I'm gonna have to find a new place to film because it's not as comfortable filming here anymore. I'm not nearly as close to the floor anymore. I love pin curling my hair at night because I always get these nice, beautiful heatless curls. I've just been loving setting my hair in general, like doing a roller set to straighten my hair. So far I've done a roller set, a flexi rod set, a braid and curl with flexi rods, and I've just been loving the results. It's been great. I get to experiment with different styles, and that's really fun. My next is going to be a perm rod set, so it's going to be very, very curly. But I feel like we have gotten away from like a lot of old school styles, and I think setting our hair was one of the things that helped it to grow, because while you were wearing the style, you weren't doing a whole lot, and you're not doing a whole lot of manipulation to it. So I just find that setting my hair curly or straight works a whole lot better than a wash and go or blow drying and straightening. The wash and goes now, they can be very messy. It's a lot of gel you're using, and your hair has to be soaking wet, or it's just a process. Like, I love the way my wash and goes come out, but yeah. I should have put my makeup on first, but I always take my hair down first. I don't know why. I'm weird like that. Anyway, welcome to a day in my life. Five-minute makeup. I just need to set it, and I'm good. I do want to add mascara too, so probably should have been a little quicker, but it's fine. I just wanted to see if I could do 5-minute makeup, honestly. So that was a little fun challenge. I need more like 7 minutes. Doesn't look too bad. And I'm gonna go in with my Charlotte Tilbury setting spray. No matter what, I always set twice, even if I'm using a different setting spray. Well, those two setting sprays in particular, the first one was the Nessa Myricks matte setting spray, and the other one is the Charlotte Tilbury one. I like to go with those because I don't like it when my makeup transfers. Now, let me just let this dry. My eyebrows look a little crazy, but as the day goes on, they'll start to be better. I love big hair. It's just so nice. It is breakfast time now. I have a late start today. You guys saw the time. It's like 10:50 something. Whenever I stay at home, I do like to get up a little bit earlier. Usually like 8:30, 9 to get my day started. But I don't know, I just could not get out of bed. I'm up now. So I'm having boiled eggs. Wish we still had avocados. Probably make some sausage. Sausage takes like a few minutes to cook. I hope these eggs are ready, because that'd be bad if they aren't. I kind of don't want to show you the stove because it is still dirty from Thanksgiving and we need to clean it. I think I want to make deviled eggs with these eggs. Oh, not my nephew, no. Saw this honey butternut squash recipe on TikTok. No, honey butternut squash muffin recipe on TikTok, and I high key want to make it because that could be like breakfast prep. With breakfast, I just like to grab and go. That is how I am. Same with lunch. So if I can just like meal prep breakfast and lunch, that'd be great. It's just a lot of the times I just don't know what to eat. At one point I was food prepping just the ingredients, mostly like everything was chopped already. The chicken was cooked and it just needed to be warmed up. So I was considering doing that again. But I definitely want to start prepping things like muffins, but healthy muffins. I don't have butternut squash, but I think the same could work for sweet potatoes. So sweet potatoes, honey, I gotta look at the recipe and see what else she used in it. But I was like, yeah, I need that. Because I don't mind the sugar. It's just, I don't want it to be like a dessert, you know? I feel like we could start making healthier types of breakfast foods, especially pastries. And once my sourdough starter is active, I feel like I can really, really work with that. Because the sourdough, it's not 100% healthy, but it's a lot healthier than just eating regular white bread, you know? So the recipe is a spiced honey nut squash muffins, and it is behind a Substack paywall. I have considered subscribing to a few Substacks, especially ones that like offer you things like this. And I've also thought about creating one because that would actually be pretty cool. Would really work in my favor. But no, seriously, like I have considered this. I went to go subscribe to her to see like how much she's charging. $12 a month. That is, I'm not going to subscribe right now, but I am going to look up a recipe. Sweet potato muffins. I should probably turn these off now with Greek yogurt. They were perfectly ready. Look at that. Look at that. This one was almost perfect too. Normally I would make my deviled eggs with a bit more seasoning, but it's breakfast time, and I would also usually put some paprika and then some cayenne pepper, just a dusting of cayenne pepper on top. But I do not want spicy right now. Again, it is breakfast time, so don't really want that. Grab these sausages and breakfast is served. Let me clean up a bit. Okay, breakfast is done. It is now like 12 o'clock. I did not take that long to eat breakfast. It was just, I was making chai, just scrolling a little bit. I need to stop scrolling. I keep telling myself, stop scrolling. And it's hard. It's very hard. Anyway, I wanted to talk about all this yarn to my right, maybe your left, I don't know. But yeah, I have all this yarn. I have been crocheting. I just wanted to use up all my big yarn because I don't typically use big yarn because I don't make blankets. But I was like, oh, I do kind of want to make a blanket. with just some of the big yarn that I have in the house. And there is quite a bit of it, but they're all different sizes. Like these are not the same at all, but I'm going to make them be the same, if that makes sense. It's all going to fall into place. It will. And from there, I don't know what I'm going to do because it's not going to be a long enough blanket even with this skein. And then I'm also crocheting a snood. And you know, they said the pattern is intermediate, and they are absolutely right about that. Sometimes when I see intermediate, I'm all like, oh, that's, no, that's an intermediate pattern. Luckily, there is a YouTube video to follow. We're good to go in that department. But I was thinking, I really would like to know how to knit. Apparently knitting is faster. I'm still trying to understand like how it's faster. But apparently it's not faster. It's really just like you use a lot less yarn, which would be great because getting 9 skeins of yarn for one project really does add up. It adds up. Whereas like knitting, apparently like you only need 2, maybe 3 skeins for a pretty big project. So I'm like, okay. But for whatever reason, my hands don't work that way. They don't like it when I try to knit. But I have these 2 knitting needles. I really should have started with something a little bit bigger, but the last time I tried to do bigger, it just was like I was doing this and it really wasn't working. I think I'm going to teach myself how to knit today. I'm going to watch a YouTube video, some TikTok videos for about 30 minutes because I really need to edit my last video that I have filmed, and I really want to start uploading twice a week, so I need to get on to editing. But I want to give myself 30 minutes, maybe 45 minutes, just because I know I'm going to be like, what? And I want to find the right video. So me, maybe you are going to learn how to knit. I will tell you which video helps me out the most. If it is a TikTok video, I will link it down below or try to, but yeah. See, too fast already.
Have you ever wanted to try knitting, but you got frustrated with the cast on process? Today I'm going to show you
I'm getting a phone call. Hello. Aw. Figure out how to knit and trying to film it. I cast it on. I don't know why this was so confusing at first, but it really was. Oh my god. Oh my god. I did it though. I cast it on. Okay, next. So here is what I have so far. It's 2 rows, or yeah, 2 rows, I think. I honestly don't know. So far it looks okay. I only know the knit stitch. I don't know if the purl stitch is like the same thing. I honestly don't know. But yeah, I did 45 minutes. I did stop it when my boyfriend called because I did want to talk to him and I know I wasn't going to be able to focus correctly. But yeah, I think I want to do 1 more row, and that should only take me just a few minutes, maybe like 10 minutes. But yeah, I'm getting the hang of it. I would love to know how to like knit in the round and all that stuff, but I do need to get to editing. So for now, I will just make flat things. I'll just do like a little scarf or something, and then maybe something else I don't know. We'll see. And then I just want to see how like quickly things can work up. This is kind of cool. So maybe I'll knit something at some point. But it really wasn't that hard. It was really like at first the way that they were showing you how to make a knot, but it's the same as when you crochet. So I was like, why are y'all complicating the slip knot? It's not that hard. Anyway, yeah. So I'm just going to do one more row and we'll go from there. Fascinating. Fascinating. I just realized I can't film and edit at the same time because I only have one memory card. So, yeah. So I'm about to edit, but I need my memory card. So, yeah. I am getting ready to set a 2-hour timer. I want to time block. I'm actually going to set a 1-hour timer, take like a 15-minute break, might play a little bit of Town to City in that 15 minutes, and then another hour if I'm not done editing. I usually can get done editing pretty quickly now. I will do about an hour first, see where I am, take a break, walk around, all that. So yeah, I'll come back though. This is a good time to charge this camera too. Okay, I actually got done in the first hour, so I did not need 2 hours to edit that video. I did not put any B-roll in, color correct, or fix my audio or anything like that yet. So I still need to film some of the B-roll, but I want that to go out on Saturday. It is Wednesday. Yeah, so I feel like I'm kind of a bit ahead of schedule. It was so weird because I was thinking about how I got a late start to the day and how it just feels like I have not done anything until I started editing that video. I will say I go back and forth between working on my content to then working on my sticker business or my art business. And I go back and forth. So right now it is like trying to focus on content. So I just kind of like feel like I'm moving in slow motion. But I'm glad that I got to edit. Since I have an extra hour, I do want to go back to knitting because I don't know. I feel like if I just keep doing it, I will get used to it and I won't quit on it. Like I tend to do with certain things, especially newer things that I'm learning. Yeah. So I may just start knitting. I have a list of all the things that I did today already. Wow. I actually did do a lot. It's weird. I even have knit more in here. And then I do have a pattern cut out that I did want to sew. I don't know if I'll be doing that. And then I'm going to figure out what I'm going to have for dinner. I'm going to see if we can get some tuna tonight because that sounds good for some reason. So yeah, my day is almost over. So I've made up a lot of time, if I'm being honest, because I thought that video was going to take at least 2 hours to edit. So I could probably get some of the B-roll in. Definitely the products, but the fashion stuff I'll film on a different day because I'm not doing that today. Absolutely not. Hi. So it has been a few days. I did not end up ending my video. I don't really know why. I started chilling, started figuring out how to knit. I did end up figuring it out. So I'm going to end this video right here. I was thinking about continuing it and doing like a multiple days in my life, but I don't know if you guys like long videos or short videos or like 20 to that 30-minute mark, or do you like even longer videos? Like, are you guys out there looking for hour-long videos that are vlogish style, maybe informative a little bit, just have a little bit of everything in them? Do you guys like those videos, or do you guys prefer the 20 to 30-minute quick videos? I know like if I am being like really like motivational or inspirational, 12 minutes is the perfect mark. 12 to 15 minutes. Perfect. I would actually rather spend more time on a longer video, but I don't know. You guys just tell me what you think. But anyway, let me just show you my knit right now. So I know this does not look like much, but this is about how far I got with this yarn. I did figure it out. This is mostly knit stitch. I did do a few purl stitches in here, But I did figure out everything, mostly the basic stuff, how to cast on, knit stitch, purl stitch. The other stuff I don't know much about, but I'm going to figure it out as I go. I know this doesn't seem like much because, well, this is what I have now. This is about 10 rounds on some circular needles. In the last few days, I just started like being like, let's just jump into something. And I am knitting a sweater. It's called the Scandi sweater. And I saw on TikTok that if you use like bigger, not bigger yarn, but bigger needles and just, you know, knit up a sweater, it'll kind of go a lot faster than if you're using like really small or anything. And I know people say, oh, do a scarf, do a scarf. I'm not going to wear a scarf. I don't really like scarves like that. So yeah, that wasn't gonna happen for me. So I decided to go with just doing a sweater. I know I'm gonna mess up. I already have. So I'm not really looking at it as something that's going to be perfect because I'm just trying to get the hang of knitting and how it's supposed to feel. So I'm trying to get the feel of it pretty much. Because if I just like keep knitting a bunch of squares, to me, that's kind of like not a waste of yarn, but it is kind of just like I could just knit something up, you know? And because I crochet and have been for the last, what, 5, 6 years, it's pretty easy to get into. Like once you learn how to do stuff, once you watch certain tutorials, it's like, okay, I can do that. And like really once you figure out how to hold your hands, that's the thing. Once you figure out how to hold your hands, whether you want to do continental style, continental, Eastern, English, I don't really know what that means. I just jumped right into continental because I crochet, and crochet you're if you're right-handed, you're holding the project and the yarn, the working yarn. So that's how I'm going to do it with knitting. That makes it so much easier for me. The other ones I couldn't tell you. I'm not yarning over like this. I think that's English style. So I'm just not doing it that way. So I like the way that I've learned so far, and I'm going to keep up with it. And I don't know. So far, so good. There's definitely mistakes in here, which that's fine. I need for there to be mistakes in so I know what that looks like. And that's kind of the joy of when you learn something new. You want there to be certain mistakes. You don't want it to just be perfect right off the bat. I do want to get to the point where I am knitting like ribbed shirts and dresses. I want to get that good. I'm fine with it taking long. I'm not looking for a fast project. If I wanted something that was fast and really easy to do, I would just crochet it or will just crochet it because I can crochet really fast at this point. I can almost not look at my project. It just depends on the project. But yeah, so I can whip something up really fast. Like right now I'm working on am I saying this right? A baklava. I'm working on that and I'm pretty much done. I just gotta finish the long rectangle really. So yeah. But anyway, I don't want to yap. I'm going to talk more about this in the next video. I want to have a few more days in the life just being pumped out. So yeah, I actually have to end a few videos. So if you see just a bunch of videos being uploaded, yeah, I needed to do that. Thank you so much for watching. Hit that like button if you want to see more videos like this, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.